Good day, stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor. What we do here on this YouTube investment channel is that we discuss and bring to your attention tradable opportunities in stocks, commodities, and cryptos. And that means we bring to you chart patterns that could be either bullish or bearish for profitable opportunities. Before I go any further, I want to bring to your attention, obviously, that this is an educational channel and it should not be thought of as financial advice. Okay, please keep in mind what you should be doing is subscribing to this channel. That way, YouTube will notify you whenever a new video is posted, because I don't always post them at the exact same time or daily. So this gets YouTube to notify you when something is up and you get to see it first. Please, after you subscribe, make sure that you watch this channel all the way through so you get to see all of the chart patterns and you get to hear the description of each. Okay, now before I go any further and bring to you the chart patterns, I want to bring to your attention that obviously we are getting what I hoped for in terms of the bounce off of support for the markets, specifically the S&P and the NASDAQ. So it's working out very well. It does look like so far that we've got like a new bounce, that the market finally wants to go higher. And today, after the market closed, okay, there were two news that came out. One was earnings from Google, which was negative. They're down 6.5%. And the other one was Microsoft. Okay, that came out better than expected. They were up the stocks reacted in a bullish way, up 3%. Okay, so that is looking good. If you notice the chart pattern as of 4 o'clock or just after 4 o'clock, when the news came out for both of them, it was very, very volatile. Okay, so hopefully we'll see some more follow through tomorrow. More good news. There will be more earnings tomorrow, and of course, not just in the morning, but also after the bell. And that's just the way the market is. So that's that. Now let's start off with the charts. Okay, the first one is AES Corp. AES is a stock symbol. I believe I brought this to your attention just over a week ago. I did mention that it was obviously in a downtrend from the high back in mid to late July, when it made its the top all the way down, touched it several times on this downtrend line, and I said, we're gonna have to wait for the market to move higher because it needed a lot of work. It never crossed the downtrend line. Well, today it finally broke through that trend line, and the 10-day moving average is sloping upwards. The stock is above that. That's good. We do have the RSI breaking its downtrend line, which it did before the last time I mentioned it to you, but now we are just under 50. The trigger line, so everything is looking really good from here, very promising. Okay, AES, and of course if that does move, that will be a very nice percentage mover. Okay, next is CymaBay Therapeutics, or CBAY is a stock symbol. Again, I also brought this to your attention before. I believe it was right after the break of the trend line. It did pull back a little bit for a couple of days, but 3 days solid green candles here. The stock is obviously above the upward sloping trend line. It's above the 10-day moving average, above the 50-day moving average, and they're both sloping upwards. The RSI broke its downtrend line and above 50, so everything is a go for CBAY. Next, Coinbase Global. It's got a strong support at $70. Once it broke through, you know what happens. It has a pop, and it always comes back down, right down to support. Down once, late August, came back down again late September. It's been there since. Finally, we get a pop. You know what's been happening with the Bitcoin. Slightly disappointed in today's candle. Doesn't look that great, but it is above support, above both trend lines, and the RSI is above 50. So we are in a bullish pattern. However, Bitcoin and Ethereum can pull back anytime and kind of ruin it for this particular chart. Probably not the best chart in that particular sector, if you want to call it that. I did bring two of them to your attention yesterday. You might want to have a look at that video, what I think could be better stocks, but this is a big one. But again, we are in a bullish mood, okay? So coin for that. Next is DLocal. DLO is a stock symbol. What we have here for the past, since mid-August, it's been forming a wedge. If it's downwards, obviously it will be a bullish wedge. Most of these pop to the upside, okay? And I think that that's what it's going to do. And we did break that trend line today. However, it was not the best close. So it's possible that it could come back down again and stick around the $18 level. What we do want to see is some nice, a couple of green candles on the upside, above the 10-day moving average, hopefully also above the 50-day, breaking the downtrend line, nice, good, solid pattern, plus breaking of the RSI, downtrend line, and above 50 there. So I think that we're almost there for DLO. Okay, so watch this. Maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple of days. Who knows? Wait and see. Okay. Next, Funko, FNKO. We've got strong support and resistance at 8.25. Touched resistance, back up, resistance, resistance, resistance. Finally, it broke above that trend line today. So we got some good news there. The stock is above its upward trend line. It's above the 50-day moving average, above the 10-day moving average. Both of them are sloping upwards. Everything positive down here. The RSI trending upwards, above the trend line, and above 50. So everything is a go for Funko. 8.25. If we can get to the old highs, first we got to break through the 10. We got a small gap here. I think we can do that, and then eventually up to 13. If it does do that, and of course nothing is guaranteed here, that will be a very nice percentage return. FNKO. And Sabre, SABR, strong support and resistance at 360 level, bouncing back up and down. Finally, it broke through, came back down, support, popped, came back down, support, and then finally it popped up again. And what happens? Down on support again. I think that this one is going to be the final one before the next move, because we've got it touching the downtrend line over here. It is above the 10-day moving average, so that's good. A nice green candle day. We still need, I would like to close above $4 on some good volume. And if we can break above the 50 level on the RSI, then that would make it look a lot better, technically wise. Okay, so that just goes on your watch list for now. Next, Semrush Holdings, SEMR. This one don't really need the downtrend line. I think you can see the pattern here that's forming over the past couple of weeks. It's after it broke below the 850 level, we've got a nice rounded bottom that's slowly forming. Today, it's above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. That's good. The RSI broke its downtrend line, and it's above 50. So SEMR, Semrush, is a buy. Technically speaking, if we can get up to the old highs, and again, that would be a nice percentage-wise return. So that goes on your list. Next, Shake Shack, SHAK. The stock started off at a high $80 all the way down for the past couple of months. Been hugging that trend line quite touching it all the way down. It broke through it just recently. This was last week. Finally today we are above the 10-day moving average, and so this looks like it probably needs a little bit more work, needs more a lot more volume going through on the upside with some green candles. You want to see that. We are unfortunately a little bit too far away from the 50 moving average downtrending, so it might take a while for this thing to actually turn. I would probably wait until it gets to 60 and buy it then. Hopefully by then the RSI will be above 50. Okay, so it needs a little bit more work, but I think it looks very promising. SHAK. And finally, this is our last one, GX Uranium ETF, URA. I did bring this to your attention in the past as well. Notice the upward trend line, the upward trend line for the stock and also the 50-day moving average. The stock is now above both the 10-day and the 50-day. That's all plus. It broke above the, broke through the downtrend line from the top, which I said the last time I told you about it, that this was a great swing trade. Okay, it is looking even better today with the break again above this recent pattern. The RSI is above 50, so everything is still looking good for URA. Okay, that is it for today. Hopefully we'll get some more follow through on the upside with the stocks, the S&P and the NASDAQ, and just take it one day at a time. Keep following, subscribe to the channel, big thumbs up if you can, and if you again, I keep asking for comments. Very few people do so. Don't be shy. Okay, I want to hear what you've got to say. And voice is still struggling. Hopefully that will get better with time. I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.